Kind people of YouTube, what's poppin'? Your boy Steak Sizzle with a pickup and comparison of the Air Jordan 3 Fire Red 2022 compared to the 2007 pair. However, there are modifications that I made on the 2007 pair and just want to get into it. So, hope everyone had a great weekend. It was the weekend of this release here, which just passed September 10th. 2022. There have been quite some videos on the comparisons on these two. However, there's been another one in between these and then one before these. I did have the 2013 pair. Joints is gone. Gone, long gone. However, I do have my hand on a pair of these. I've got these about, I don't know, maybe 6 to 7 years ago. Had them since in the collection, maybe a little longer than that. But they are wearable. But, however, they are starting to separate as of today. I actually went to pick up, this is a size 11, 11 and a half. I am a true 11 and a half. I picked these up on release day. I picked these up after release day. And, of course, I had these for a minute. So, happy to have these joints in my hand. And I must say, I'm very happy. Definitely a different, it's the same shoe but different, you know what I mean? Definitely a lot of similarities. However, there are many differences. Swimming in the same boat with different paddles. Where can I begin? 2007. Let's start off with this shoe here. Like I said, this shoe has some modifications that I made to it to kind of mimic this shoe, because I didn't know at the time these were going to be coming out this year. So this is the 2017 pair. I'm sorry, 2007 pair. I have altered it where I had repainted the midsole. It actually even aged the part of the midsole. And then I added the Nike Air Booty. As you can see, there's some chipping on the paint. But this is a tab swap. I actually did a tab swap on this pair. This had the Jumpman, and it was actually more coke white than it is. It's an off-white, aged off-white. I got this from, I can't remember who I got it from. But if you want to get your tab swabs, or rather your tabs, or you want to get them swapped, there's a fellow named Jay Psychologist on Instagram. I did not get it from him, but he definitely is in the market to provide those to you guys who want to, swap their tabs or any other pieces on other of the Jordan models out there. He does make molds. But yes, the dark elephant print stands out. The shape stands out a bit. A little yellowing on the toe cap. But yeah. In terms of looks and quality, I'd say this is very good quality. 2007 pair. This pair is about 15 years old. And it looks almost as like you just bought it yesterday. They came with these white laces. You actually have the piping on the tongue overlapping against the white tongue. Leather's pretty decent. Who's even to say that this is even leather? But still soft to the touch. Leather on the, or synthetic leather rather, on the tongue is gray. You see these little tiny little holes here. This shoe has aged. You could tell it's been worn. You know what I mean? 2007. Look at the leather, the tumbledness of the leather. You see the thickness of the cuts on some portions on the sneaker. But yeah, also gray guts, which are pretty thick. 2007, man. This is the first retro after the OG that came out in 1988. This is the box. Look at that. That's the release date, March 26, 2007. Like I said, I got these about 6-7 years ago. This is the old school box with the silver Jumpman. You know what I'm saying? I got a few shoes from that era. And one thing that shoe came with was the magnificent retro card. When I grew up collecting J's, well, actually just buying them. I wasn't collecting them. I love that the shoes came with the retro card. It always made me want to get as many as I could. Couldn't afford it as a kid. And whatever I could get, I would get. And yeah, this is 1 through 21. I think they cut them down, I guess, as the years went by. Earlier on, it wasn't, obviously they didn't have the 21. But yeah, this is the retro card. February 8, 1988. Yeah, I guess that's when the shoe came out. Also comes with this pamphlet folding card. Very nice, very sturdy, from 2007. This card is not even yellowed. Has the specs and specifications of the shoe and what it's made out of. Very nice, sturdy piece of paper. All right. Fast forwarding 15 years later, we have the Air Jordan 3 Fire Red. I got two pairs. Got this actually is my true size, 11 and a half. Got this today, a day after release. Very hard to get, apparently. There are some pairs lingering, but very limited sizing. And this is a size 11. This fits snug, but I prefer my true size. Let's get into it. Let's just look at the 11 and a half, and we'll just do a quick comparison in a bit. But elephant print, lighter, a lot shorter on the paneling, on the tooling. You have your little perforations on the back. The leather's a lot softer, actually, and we're gonna take a look at that in a second. But you can see this leather is pretty good. It's decent, not the best, but it's good. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna break in nice. White laces, pretty much the same exact thing except the shape, the tooling, right? I mean, look at this. This is to mimic the actual OG, right? Or this is the closest thing to the OG. Super fucking happy to have these. These actually came with a hang tag. These did not come with a hang tag, but yeah, man. Craftsmanship's okay. You know what I'm saying? Quality. This is the 11 and a half, right? No, this is the 11. Let's take that back. Boom. Actually, the 11 and a half is actually more consistent. This is the 11. 11 and a half. Yes, the leather on this pair is a lot better. It's more tumbled than this 11 here. So just to show you guys inconsistencies, it's looking a little flat here. Actually came a lither pre-cased. Leather is like, you can see it webbing, right? You can see that webbing. On my 11 and a half, the webbing is not as much. This is actually more coated, which makes it feel a little bit better. But yeah, that elephant print is lighter to mimic the OG. You got that Coke white tab with that stained blood Nike on the back. Got that fire red. We're gonna compare the fire reds. However, I cannot compare to this fire red because again, this was an actual fire red paint that I used from Angelus Direct back when I did this job, and this might be some difference in terms of color differentiation and shade and hue and all that. But yo, look at the tumble on this pair. Very dope. You can see the letter's pretty good. Even on the mid guard, it's, I wouldn't say soft, but it's nice to the touch. Feels pretty good. Again, I'm not sure if this is full leather, full grain leather. I don't know if it's real leather, but let's take a sniff test. Smells like an Air Jordan to me. Yeah. Nothing crazy. You guys seen this shoe. This shoe is out. Definitely a hot shoe. You know, I have a replacement now. I'm gonna rock these till they die. Because apparently I actually wore them today. There's a little separation, and I'll show you guys in a second here. As you can see, you know, I painted this shoe. You can see it's cracking. But look at this separation here. Not a good thing. Some sole separation expected to happen with this pair. Definitely going to fix that up. But let's just take a quick look on both shoes and see how they look. So one thing is obvious and is evident is that shape. Look at that shape. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Elephant print's a lot lower on the retro. Let's take a look at the leathers on the tongue here. So this is more like a pleather, and this feels almost just the same. However, you got that tucked in red on the back. I am feeling that. Also, you don't have your size tag. Your size tag is not on the inside of the tongue, a lot more puffy. Size tag is on the inside of the shoe, somewhere in there. I cannot see it. It's somewhere in there. Yeah, let's take a look at the Nike Airs. Again, this is a modification. This is not fully OG. You could see I worked on this a while back, and I've worn it a lot. So really can't compare other than just, I guess, the Nike tabs. Obviously, you could see my Nike tab after installation rides a lot higher. This rides a lot lower. But again, we cannot differentiate on a custom job. The fire reds look almost on point. I mean, again, this is an Angelus paint that I use. Obviously, you can see it's cracking. They almost look similar. Maybe this is a little bit lighter. But yeah, elephant prints as well. Let's check those babies out. Big difference. resembling, of course, the OG and a lot of the black cement, white cement that we have, or we have been having for the past 20 years. In terms of leather quality, let's see. So we were able to squeeze this one. Can this one do the same? This is a little more stiffer. Again, different quality, different time. Yeah, you see the tumble. This takes a lot more break-in time. I'm sure this will not take as long. It's a little bit softer. But again, listen, I'm happy to have these. I hope you guys cop. For those people who wanted to cop, they're not going for much really, and it shouldn't really be about what they're going for, but if that you love the shoe, you cop it. I have 2 pairs. It was a lucky double up. Really, I was trying to get this 11 and a half, and instead I ended up getting this 11, which, I don't know, just quality looks a little different, you know what I'm saying, compared to this one. Looks a little more flat, has some indentations. But yeah, essentially the same shoe. No really major differences. Definitely soft to the touch. Still a nice shoe. Oh, I also wanted to get into this informational card on the brand new retro. So, remember that retro card I was showing you? Look at this thing. It's really, literally a piece of paper. I want to just show you guys. So, you hear that shit? What the fuck? It's like a limp dick. Yo, for real. You know what I'm saying? So, obviously, you can see that the quality is... even in terms of just informational stuff, big difference. But that's 2022 for y'all. Other than that, man, I'm happy to have them. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the size 11. Anybody wants it for retail? Listen, hit me up. Size 11, OG all. Just for retail. You know what I'm saying? If I could hook somebody up, retail, you got it. If y'all don't hit me back up within like 2-3 days, that shoe will probably be gone somewhere. I don't know if I'm gonna return it or just hold it down or bless somebody with it. But at the end of the day, I definitely got my size. So we have the 2007, 2022 Air Jordan 3 Fire Red. Love both shoes. Wore the shoe today. Broke a few necks because apparently this just came out and people were expecting to see this. But when you see this, you're like, okay, I know what time it is. Anyhow, it's your boy Steak Sauce with the 2007 versus 2022 Air Jordan Fire Red 3 comparison. I love you all. Be safe out there. And if you want that size 11, you know, holla at a brother. Let him know. Anyhow, have a great work week. Or for those who you are doing stuff, and if you're not working, have a great week regardless. It's your boy Steak Sauce, and I'm out.